Listen, out of all the videos that I have done, this one is by far the craziest video ever. So go grab a cup of coffee, go grab your supper, put your plate in your lap, and get ready. Oh, can we see your babies? Can we see your baby? I want to see your babies. There's your baby. There's your baby. Yes, it is. There's your oh, the chicken's gonna get me. Do we have any more babies under here? Let's see. I just feel one right now. There end up being two babies. He's a baby. He's a baby. Oh, go back in there with your mommy, okay? Let's go back in here with your mommy. Are y'all ready for this? Y'all are fixing to absolutely die. So I came in here this morning and the chicken is gone. So I look up under this duck and there's only one egg and there's no baby ducks. And I'm like, where is the baby ducks? This is nuts. And then all of a sudden, okay, I also put a baby chick in here with the turkey, right? And then I look down here and I'm like, you can tell by looking at her that she's got babies under her. So let's take a look. She has stolen the baby chick and she's stolen the two baby ducks. So she is about to raise two ducks and a baby chick. I'm sitting in the chicken coop. And you know, often I preach about how my farm is different and how that we don't discriminate against each other and no one makes a difference. And I say that all the time. But today, I have learned just how special my farm is. So I'm gonna candle the one egg because I did yesterday and there was still a duckling that was moving in it. So today I'm gonna candle it again just to make sure the duckling is still alive. I candled the egg and there is one more duckling in that egg that has not hatched. So I'm assuming what's gonna happen is she's gonna mother the one duck while she mothers the two ducks and the baby chick. I just don't even know what to say. Thinking about, I'm thinking in my head, can a chicken raise baby ducks? Baby ducks get in the pool and a chicken can't. Like, how is this going to work? How is a mother going to raise a chicken and two ducks by herself? I'm not really sure how this is going to work. So I've got to do a lot of thinking and figuring out, do I correct this? Do I put the 2 ducks back with the duck? Like, what do I do? I really don't know what to do. Let me tell you what I'm thinking. Parts of me go, okay, why? Okay, all the duck eggs were set on at the same time, so they all should hatch within a day of each other. The ducks were due on Tuesday. The 2 ducklings hatched on Wednesday, and here it is today, Thursday, and that other egg has not hatched. So let me explain. So remember when I told you in my previous video about the difference in a Pekin duck and a Muscovy duck? There's a big difference. I'll refresh your memory. A Pekin duck hatches in 28 days, and a Muscovy duck hatches in 35 days. So you probably ask me, Judy, why does it take 28 days for a Pekin to hatch and 35 days for a Muscovy to hatch? I really don't know the answer to that because I did not create them. God created them. So probably when we go to heaven, that might be on the top 10 things that I ask God. So let's do a little bit of education when it comes to Muscovy ducks. Okay, there's a lot I've learned over the past 4 years. A Muscovy duck is a totally different duck versus other breeds because every other breed takes 28 days to hatch. And again, the Muscovy takes longer. So there is what is called, you know how when you cross a horse with a donkey, it's called a mule. Well, if you cross ducks with a Muscovy, that duckling is called a mule. So I'm assuming this. The 2 ducklings that hatched just here recently, you see Tate driving Cap crazy. He's out running him. So the 2 ducks that hatched in 28 days are obviously mules. So obviously Howard, my Pekin duck, the male Pekin duck that bred my female Muscovies, those are probably his babies because they hatched in 28 days. And what I'm thinking in this brain of mine is the duckling that has not hatched yet cannot be Howard's. So it has to be a purebred Muscovy duck because it's taken 35 days to hatch. So let me introduce you to Popsy. This is Popsy. Popsy will be the daddy of that baby that's going to be hatched in 35 days. Possibly that could be the mom, not sure. Not sure which duck hatched what egg, laid what egg. But poor Popsy has been getting in fights with my peacock lately. Popsy has been ugly and has been in the principal's office for the past week and a half. So he looks pretty rough right now because he's been out here fighting. So I've been out here thinking about what to do with these babies. And I have to do what is in the best interest of the baby, okay? And I feel like in my heart that the best interest of the baby is for the ducklings to be with a mama duck because they're gonna wanna go in the water, right? And if I leave them with the mama chicken, they're not gonna go into the water. But I've also running the dilemma is that other egg is not gonna hatch until day 35. And today is day 31. So we have 4 more days. So the mama chicken is going to have to raise the babies because the mama duck is still sitting on the egg. This is difficult. This is difficult. And to think about, you know, having a farm and having multiple animals that live together, things like this can happen and you have to make right decisions for everyone that's involved. I have another problem I was thinking about is ducklings have to have duck crumble food because it has niacin in their diet. A baby chick doesn't eat duckling food So how am I going to raise 2 ducklings and a chick together as far as nutrition? What am I going to do? So I think this is what I do. Thank God for Kalmbach. Kalmbach is who I use for my feed. Oh, I hear somebody crowing for the first time. This is Kalmbach. This is my sheep feed. I think I'm going to call the poultry nutritionist. That's what's so great about Kalmbach, is they do all kinds of education. So I think what I'm going to do is put a phone call in to the nutritionist and ask her for advice. This is what I decided to do. I had the chick, the 2 ducklings, and the mama chick, and I'm going to put her in a more secluded area. So I'm going to move her to this coop over here where there's only like my rescues, so they'll have some privacy, so there's no other chickens around. And I'm gonna go ahead, I called the nutritionist, I'm waiting for a phone call back. And for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put some duckling food in here. It's a higher protein, but I think the chicken will be fine. Okay, so I put her in this coop, and I'm gonna go get the feed and the water, and I'm going to shut this door and leave them in here all by themselves so Mama is comfortable. Look at that sweet baby. So Mama's comfortable, okay? I'm showing the chick. Mama's still over there. She's not really getting off the nest to show them where the food is. So I'm kind of putting them right here and hoping that she'll come show them how to, see, the chick will teach them. See how the chick's going ahead and pecking? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this up with water. That way the baby chick can't really drown in here, but then the ducklings can have a little bit of water. So I just put a little bit of water, and I kind of dipped their beak, but I wanted to make sure that the baby chick would not drown in there. So as you can see, the baby chick is fine. So let's see if the baby chick can get out. There, good. So the baby chick can get in and out and go over there with Mama. See, it's going over there with Mama. But hopefully, I wish the mom would get off the nest. Okay, the baby ducklings are getting out. One more step, baby. There it goes. Okay, they can get water and get out. Here's the food. Mama's there. It's warm out here, so that's good. Let's see if the baby goes over there with the mama. And it's nice and quiet in here, so she can be a mama. There they go. Look, he's going back under his mama. That's sweet. It's so sweet. Oh, goodness. So I want to update you on the babies that the mama turkey's raising. They're getting so big. The 3 chicks have gotten so big. And let's go check them out. Can you believe how big they are? So the white ones are royal palms, and these dark ones are well, bourbon reds, heritage bourbon reds. And the baby chicks are in there with Mom. She really pampers them because they're younger. Oh my gosh. Here's the baby chicks. See how big they've gotten? There's one more. It must be still in. There it goes. It's going in there with Mama. See how the chickens are really close to Mama. My goodness, they're so sweet. I didn't even tell you where the baby chick came from that is with the 2 ducklings. So let's learn that story. Over here, and this coop right here is my Polish coop. I have Cuckoo Polish on this side, and I have Tolbent Polish on this on the other side. And I have 4 broody hens. Broody hens means the mamas are wanting to have babies and sit on eggs. So over the past couple of days, baby chicks have been hatching every few days. And the mothers are killing them. Let's see if they're still broody. I'm gonna open up this coop and see. You see this? let's see, I think there's 4 or 5 chickens that are all broody. Every one of them are broody. And this little girl over here is broody too. So they've been sitting on eggs, stealing eggs, just acting crazy. So yesterday I came in here and there was a baby chick right there. In my life, I've never called a mama chicken a POS, okay? But every one of those mama broody hens in that coop is a straight up POS. And yesterday I had it. I go in there and there's a baby chick laying there headless. They had poked the baby's head completely off its neck. It was terrible. Naturally, I immediately called DHR. I called DHR on every, let me just show you. I called DHR on every one of these mamas because they're straight up a POS for killing their babies. So I came in here and I stole every single egg. You see they have no eggs up under them? After I called DHR, I stole every one of their eggs, and let me show you what I did with them. They're all first-time moms. Obviously, they don't know what they're doing, so they have no business being a mom. So I stole all their eggs, and I have a broody chicken here in my other coop that was not sitting on eggs. So I took all those eggs, and I took them up to this coop, and let me show you who I gave them to. Okay, this is who I gave them to. I gave these eggs to her, and she's going to hatch them. She's an older mom, so she is going to hatch them and get them away from those POS moms. Okay, now, when I went in there to steal the eggs from the POS moms, there was a baby chicken there that was alive. So I immediately stole her and gave her to this hen. I put the baby chick under this turkey because she was broody and there was no eggs under her. So I gave her the opportunity to be a mom for that chicken. I hope y'all are keeping up because this is a crazy story. So last night, I snuck the baby chick under the turkey to give her an opportunity to be a mom. And then I came in here this morning and the black chicken had stole the baby chick and the 2 ducklings from the other mama duck and the mama turkey. So now the turkey has no babies and she's still broody. And the mama duck is sitting on the last egg to hatch it. Have y'all kept up with this story? It is a bit nuts. But again, when your animals live together, all together, and they're all friends, these things happen. And you have to be prepared and to know how to handle them. So I'm handling it in the best way that I know how. I have had a mama turkey raise a duck before. The duckling's name was Uno. She raised that baby duckling with her turkeys and did fantastic. So I don't think there'll be a problem. Usually, no matter what the mom is, even in human life, a mom is a mom, right? We don't care. If that's our baby, you can't tell us any different. That's our baby and we will love them forever and ever. I feel like this is a soap opera. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in high school and I'm watching Days of Our Lives and I'm waiting for Bo and Hope to get married. Did y'all watch that show? I couldn't wait for Bo and Hope to get married. I actually skipped school that day to watch them get married. And I feel like it's kind of like that's going on in my farm right now. It's like everyone's sharing babies and everyone's just all over the place. Babies are hatching everywhere. Mamas are stealing babies, don't care what they look like. So I hope that you've enjoyed this story because it sure has been a whirlwind. So to be continued. I do have a 10 o'clock tour this morning. I have I think a family of 9 coming. So after the tour, y'all bear with me. Go grab your cup of coffee, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to do. And I'm gonna come back after my tour and check on the baby chick and the 2 ducklings with the mama chicken. And just to let you know, I think the egg that's the duck is in the process of hatching. So that may end up being a mule and not Popsy's baby, because I see it pipping. We might have another baby by the end of this story. And if we do have another baby, I'm gonna have to rethink this whole situation and decide whether I'm gonna take those mama ducklings and give them all to the mama duck and let the mama chicken raise that one baby. I gotta think on this. All right, tour is over. It was a great tour. And I am going back out here to see if the baby duckling has hatched. And I'm gonna check on the mama chicken and the 2 ducklings and the chick and see how things are going. So let's go see. Fingers crossed, everything's good. All right, I'm in the coop. She's over there. She's squirmy. Usually when a chicken, oh my gosh. Oh, y'all are fixed. Put your coffee down, put your food down. Y'all are just gonna die when I show you what's happened. Okay, this morning, remember the eggs that I stole out of the coop and slipped under the chicken? And she was down here in this bottom corner. The turkey has stolen her eggs. So she's over here and has stolen the chicken's eggs that I put the eggs under. Really? So now I guess the turkey is going to hatch the Polish chickens. Are y'all keeping up? I feel like I need to rewind this and like watch it over again. She's got a big mouth. And watch this over again because I'm having a hard time keeping up myself. Okay, we're going to look under this duck to see if the duckling's hatched. If she has chickens under her, I'm going to die. See how it's going to hatch. See, it's pipping right there. I hope it hasn't got shrink wrapped. Well, let's think about this. Shh. Hey, we hear ya. You got an egg going on. Okay, we have a little bit of drama here. We have a duckling that's stuck in the egg. So what's happened is, I guess when the mama chick got out, the duckling got shrink wrapped. Let me see if you can see it. You see how this is, you can see how it's gotten shrink wrapped. So I'm probably going to be hatching this duck myself. See what's happened? So that's the beak of the egg. So the duck can't come out by itself. So I'm going to set the phone down. Okay. Set the phone down right here. And I'm going to slowly, you see how the beak's coming out? So I'm going to slowly, you have to be careful when you hatch an egg by yourself. It can be difficult. I've already wet the egg, so the egg is nice and moist. And I'm slowly going to hatch this duckling by myself. Okay. Gotta be super careful. Okay. Bear with me. I don't want to go too fast. I've done this a bunch, so don't think this is my first time to do this because I've done this a bunch. It happens when you have chickens. You just kind of have to learn how to do it yourself. Because sometimes they do get shrink wrapped or get stuck in the egg. And anytime, you see how there's blood right there, so I have to be careful. Anytime you hatch chickens, you always need to Google or YouTube how to hatch a chick yourself, because you never know when you're going to get in that situation. And it's kind of like, you know, when you're pregnant and you kind of skip by the C-section because you think you're not going to have a C-section, and then all of a sudden you have a C-section and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't pay attention because I didn't think I'd have one. Okay, so we're going to slowly let this baby chick hatch itself. Hang on, baby. Hang on. Mama's got you. Mama's got you. So I'm pulling the membrane back. I'm going to kind of let it push itself out and kind of hatch itself. Okay. Hang on, sweet baby. The egg's just like shrink wrapped. Okay. Hang on. I'm letting you. All right. Are y'all ready for a baby duck to be born? Okay. Are y'all breathing? Take a breath. We're fixing to have a baby. Take a deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. We almost there, baby. And we just delivered a cute little baby. Okay, it's solid white, which tells me that it's Howard's baby. All right, let me get this washed up and give it back to its mama. We got our duckling. We're gonna go give it back to the mama. We're gonna go give it back to the mama duck. Tell her she did a good job. So sweet. A little bit black on its head. All right, let's go give it to mama. All right. I went back into the coop and the mama duck had gone for a swim. So when she went back to the nest, I got her up and I put her in here with her mama chicken. And I think what I have decided to do, since they hatched them together, I'm gonna let them raise them together. So let's talk about the moral to the story. Blended families can be difficult. Sometimes, you know, if you're the mom and you have to share your kids to a stepmom that you may not know, or it can feel scary sometimes, you know. But today's episode is about two moms sharing the same love for the same child. And I hope today, as you sat and watched the story, you saw a beautiful love story of a mom and a stepmom getting along, and how they can share the love for the same child. And even though a child might call their stepmom mom, you know, there's no fussing going on, okay? And sometimes it can feel scary for your child to call another mom. You know, it can feel scary. But you know what a beautiful love story is for a child when they are a blended family, to have two moms that love them the exact same way and they all get along and there's no fussing and fighting. And I hope today, through this duck and chicken, I hope that you learned that it's such a beautiful love story.